Okay, we are live, and we're going to start here in just a moment. Today is Thursday, 17th of June, 2021. We have some arraignments this morning. Then we have a bench trial set for 10 o'clock on a minor misdemeanor charge. And we have last pretrials, a number of them this afternoon. Before we begin, I just want to thank people. I guess it's rude not to do that. I don't. Well, I'll just leave it at that. We have a new higher definition Logitech camera I owed to some anonymous donor. We accepted it not on my behalf, but on behalf of the county. So we put that into service. And you'll notice the picture is a bit different. Also, I want to thank whoever sent me this. Please discourage people from sending me things, but it is rude not to say thank you. So we're going to start our day. First, let's bring in a couple people here and figure out who's who. Someone went to quite a lot of effort and did a very clever job with that mug. And just wanted you to know I acknowledge that. Don't drink coffee. Oh. All right, I'm trying to bring a couple people in here one at a time. Good morning, Mr. Stickley. Good morning, Mr. Bush.
Good morning.
I'm going to expand out who we're dealing with here. This is LG Stylo 6. And this is Mr. Lytle, I think. Good morning. Who am I speaking with?
Devon Berger.
Mr. Berger, I don't have you scheduled for anything this morning. Let's find out what the deal is.
I have court paperwork, and it says I have to Zoom on 5/17, 8:15 in the morning.
All right, we'll find it.
Pattison?
I'm Judge Middleton. You're supposed to be on the other side here, Mr.
Oh crap! I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to log into.
Okay, well, hold still. Let me figure out where you are.
And
Do you have something to write with?
I got a marker.
All right, just a second.
I have so many different paperwork, so I'm trying to go through and find it all and get it all lined up, but it's really hard for me.
Okay, well, I know I've been seeing you quite a bit lately. Let me find your case. I don't see it in the queue. Stay right where you are, Mr. Berger. Let me figure out what's going on. Does Devon Berger have something this morning in Judge Pattison's court or my court? Mr. Berger, I'm going to put you in the waiting room for just a sec, okay?
I'm sorry, sir.
Don't need to apologize. We'll take care of it.
Thank you.
All right, I've got Jason Tate, Jason Lytle, got Vivian, our translator.
And I got court again tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. We'll find out here.
It's probably a typo or something, but I got to cover all bases here. I'm not trying to violate my body.
I understand. You're just doing what you need to do. We'll figure it out. Let me put you in the waiting room.
Okay.
All right, I'm connecting iPad.
Yes.
And I think that's Uriel. And then we've got a phone number.
Yes.
Good morning. Who am I speaking with?
This is Brandon Dorrington.
All right, Mr. Dorrington, let me give you a name. Good morning, Vivian. Can you hear me? Would you inquire if that person is Uriel Soto Arroyo? Vivian, we have a very bad signal. Buenos dias. ¿Es usted Uriel Arroyo Soto? Vivian, I can't. Vivian, your signal is very bad. You're very broken up this morning. Let me see if that helps.
Man, this is like a joke right here.
Well, the joke's on you, sir. We're doing the best we can. You don't have a video, so I can't see you. So just stay right where you are. If you'd like, you can drive over here from Mattawan to the court in Centerville, and we can talk to you here. Otherwise, you can wait.
I didn't mean you were a joke. I meant like the signal is bad.
Yes, so you just stay quiet for a moment and we'll take your turn. You don't need the translator. We will deal with her. Vivian, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, that seems to be better. Uriel Arroyo, can you hear me?
Uriel Arraigo, ¿usted me escucha?
Sí,
Yes.
sí le escucho.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, we're going to start with this case because it involves our interpreter.
Vamos a empezar con este caso porque tiene que ver con nuestro intérprete.
Sí, está bien.
¿Es usted Uriel Soto Arroyo?
¿Usted es Uriel Soto Arraigo?
Araujo, Uriel Soto Araujo, sí.
Yes, Soto Arraigo, yes.
This is Vivian Montero. She is an interpreter.
Le habla Vivian Montero. Ella es intérprete.
And she helps us very often.
Y ella nos ayuda a menudo.
Vivian, would you please raise your right hand?
Certainly.
Do you swear or affirm to the best of your ability you will translate these proceedings from and interpret these proceedings from Spanish into English and English into Spanish?
I do.
Senor Araujo, I'm not saying it very well, you are charged with domestic assault.
Señor Arraigo, usted enfrenta violencia intrafamiliar.
That is alleged to have occurred here in St. Joseph County
Se alega que ocurrió aquí en el condado de St. Joseph
on May 30th.
el 30 de mayo.
It is alleged that you assaulted someone named Jennifer Duran.
Se alega que usted agredió una persona que se llama Jennifer Duran.
In Michigan, that is a misdemeanor.
En Michigan es un delito menor.
It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500.
Conlleva una penalidad máxima hasta 93 días de cárcel y una multa hasta $500.
This proceeding is called an arraignment.
Esta audiencia se llama una lectura formal de cargos.
The arraignment is the process where the judge tells you what you're charged with and asks you how you wish to plead to the charge.
Una lectura formal de cargos es una audiencia en donde el juez le explica cuáles son los cargos que enfrenta y cómo desea declararse sobre el cargo.
Also present here is the chief public defender.
También presente aquí está el defensor público principal.
His name is Keith Stickley.
Su nombre es Keith Stickle.
Stickley.
Sticky.
Close enough.
Close enough. Sticky Stickler. Anyway, sir, this is the time where I ask you how you wish to plead to this charge. You can plead guilty. You can plead not guilty. If you go ahead and say that.
Bueno, ya llegó el momento donde necesito su declaración sobre este cargo. ¿Usted se declara culpable o se puede declarar no culpable?
If I may,
If you plead not guilty, translate that.
Okay, with two people were talking, Your Honor, so the interpreter
All right, so
couldn't hear.
if you plead not guilty,
Si usted se declara no culpable,
I will appoint an attorney to assist you with this.
le voy a asignar un abogado para que le ayude con este caso.
What I'd like to do right now is put you in a room with the public defender and the interpreter and discuss how you wish to proceed.
Lo que quisiera hacer ahora es colocarle en una sala para grupos pequeños con el abogado y la intérprete. Y así puede decidir después de hablar allí sobre cómo desea proceder en el caso.
Keith, is that acceptable to you?
yes, Your Honor.
All right.
¿Está bien para usted, señor?
You're going to have to hit the button that says join the session.
Usted va a tener que presionar el botón que dice únase a la sesión.
Únase a la sesión, ¿cuál es su?
Ahora.
Oh. Únase a la sesión, pues.
All right. Howard, which case are you here on?
I believe, according to the list that I was sent, I have a Jason Scott Lytle.
You have Jason
Oh,
Lytle, and I think you have,
Tate.
no, you have Jason Tate.
Excuse me, I was looking
Mr.
at one
Tate
of
is
the
here.
meetings.
Let's
Jason-
start with him, and we'll free you up, and then we'll do Mr. Dorrington and then Mr. Lytle. Can anyone help me with what
Ready?
what's his name is in the waiting room for? He thought he was in Judge Patterson's court this morning, and I didn't see it. Good morning, Mr. Tate. Thank you
Morning.
for signing in early. I haven't seen you since 2018, but this is a strange case.
It's
This
been a
is
while.
filed. Yeah, you probably haven't missed me any, but good morning to you, sir. In this case,
Good
you
morning.
got charged with driving without a valid operator's license. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail, fine of up to $100. The warrant issued way back in 2019, you got a ticket and you didn't show up. And then a warrant issued, and the warrant laid around for several years, and somehow you got pulled over and picked up on this old warrant.
Yes, sir.
And here we are. Howard Bush is the Constantine Village attorney. The last time I gave you a couple days in jail. I don't think that's necessary here. Normal fine for this is $200, and you posted $100 of bond. This does carry 2 points, and it will further affect your ability to get your license. As I told the last guy, you don't have to plead guilty to this. You have the option of pleading not guilty. What would you like to do here?
I think I like plead guilty.
All right. Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this?
No, sir.
Promise you anything?
No.
Where were you going way back in 2019?
I went to Arizona, got caught up in the COVID thing, and I wasn't able to get back so quickly and handle my business. So that's what happened.
Well, where were you driving in November of 19 when you got this ticket?
Right by my house.
Are you still out on Miller's Mill Road?
Yes, sir.
All right. And was your license not valid at that time?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing now, Mr. Tate?
I'm just trying to get some more work, and like I'll be able to pay my fine. Just
Well, you've
working,
already
just
paid.
like,
You paid $100 of it.
okay, well, all right.
All right. There's an FAC clearance fee. There's a $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, and a $45 fee to clear your fine. That's $245. Plus $100 of bond, you owe $145. Can you pay that by the end of July?
Yes.
All right. So when you went to Arizona, you came back to the same address out on Miller's Mill.
Yes, sir.
All right. Howard, you got anything to add on this?
I was going to suggest or recommend fine and costs only, and that's what you're doing.
All right, I'll note that. City recommends fine and costs only.
And I would suggest you need to get a driver's license as soon as possible.
Or stop driving. All right, you live out in the boondocks, but you haven't really been in any trouble since I saw you about 4 years ago. So keep it on the down low and don't drive till you get your license squared away. You owe $145 by July 31st.
Okay.
All right, you're good to go.
31st. Okay.
We'll send you that information at that address. All right, you're good to go, sir.
All right. Have a good day.
Good luck. All right, let's talk to Mr. Dorrington. Mr. Dorrington, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right. Let me take care of Mr. Lytle because he's going to take just a moment and then we'll do your case. This is Jason Scott Lytle. Mr. Lytle, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. This is Judge Middleton. We've met. You got a new charge, which is a felony, so I have to tell you some things and then we're going to get you an attorney. The prosecuting attorney's office has charged you with conspiracy to commit auto theft. Let's take a look at this. It's alleged that on or about March 3rd, you conspired with James Hudson to take a Ford EcoSport. And as a second habitual offender, that's punishable by up to 7.5 years imprisonment. Because it is a felony, I don't have jurisdiction to take your plea here. So you plead not guilty.
Yes, I'm pleading not guilty, and I've never been charged with this before, so I don't know why this habitual offender, and I had nothing to do with this, so yeah.
All right. Well, don't tell me any more about it. We'll get an attorney to help you with it.
Okay.
So you plead not guilty, appoint Attorney John Bush, set a pre-exam for June 29th, 21 at 9, and we'll set a preliminary examination if needed for July 6th. That's the first day after the holiday. Don't know anything about this, Mr. Lytle, other than what I told you. They allege that you and James Hudson stole this car. You certainly have an opportunity to defend yourself. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to testify, but I'm going to send you this information. You live right in Sturgis. Mr. Bush's office is in Sturgis. I want you to make an appointment to discuss this with him. You got a ticket that you owe on a disorderly person. You have a last pretrial set on July 15th on that misdemeanor charge. So you have another case in the pipeline, but this one will come up first. So let me repeat. I want you to call Mr. Bush and make an appointment to discuss this with him. Your next court hearing will be by Zoom like this. Once again, you did a good job of logging in. You got a nice background. I can hear you and see you. So call Mr. Bush, make an appointment to discuss this with him. All the things you just wanted to tell me, you can tell him in confidence, and then he'll discuss it with the prosecutor. So do you have any questions?
No, I think that does it.
Are you still on Lafayette Street?
I'm staying with my mom on Lakeview.
What's that address?
900 North Lakeview. It's just down the road from Lafayette.
Yes. You're at Colonial Crest. Does your number end in 3145?
No, it's
don't give it to me here. Give it to your attorney and we'll get it.
okay.
All right. June 29th at 9, we'll send you that information.
Okay, thank you.
Address change. Okay, Mr. Lytle, I'm gonna let you go here.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Mr. Dorrington is still waiting, but our translator and our public defender are back. So let's return to Uriel Arraijo.
Vamos a regresar a Uriel Arraigo.
The parties had an opportunity to meet privately.
Las partes han tenido la oportunidad para reunirse en privado.
Mr. Stickley, what are you recommending here?
Licenciado
Honor.
Stickley, ¿qué es lo que recomienda usted, señor?
Just a minute, Keith. You got to wait for the interpreter to interpret. All right, go ahead.
Licenciado Stickley, ¿qué es lo que usted, que han decidido?
At this time, Your Honor, we ask the court to enter a plea of not guilty, set the matter for a pretrial
En
With
este momento,
counsel?
señoría,
with
le
counsel.
pedimos que asienta la respuesta de no culpable y que fija fecha para una preconsulta ante el juicio.
I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you.
Le voy a asignar un abogado para que le represente
And I'm going to show you're pleading not guilty.
y voy a asentar su declaración de no culpable.
I'm going to set this for a attorney pretrial
Voy a programarlo para una preconsulta ante el juicio
for July 16th
para el 16 de julio
at 8:30
a las 8:30.
No. at 10 o'clock.
At 8:30 and at 10 o'clock.
No, at 10, not 8:30, at 10.
Thank you.
July 16th at 10.
Será el 16 de julio a las 10 de la mañana.
I'm going to send you some information
Le voy a mandar alguna información
with your attorney's name and telephone number on it.
con el nombre y número de teléfono del abogado asignado.
Está bien.
Do you have some English?
¿Sabe algo de inglés?
No,
No.
Where are you from?
¿De dónde viene usted? ¿De dónde es?
yo, ¿de dónde soy? Soy nacido en México.
From Mexico City, Mexico
What?
City.
Okay. How long have you been here in Michigan?
¿Cuánto tiempo lleva acá en Michigan?
Llevo más de 2 años.
More than 2 years.
If you do not have lawful residency status,
Si usted no es residente permanente,
this domestic assault charge
este cargo de violencia intrafamiliar,
we're losing you a bit, Vivian. Uh,
este cargo de violencia intrafamiliar
it could affect your ability to stay
podría afectar su capacidad de quedarse aquí.
So that is an important consideration.
Eso es una consideración muy importante.
Now, I show your address at the trailer park in Constantine.
Veo que su dirección está en un parque de trailers en Constantine.
What is the lot number?
¿Cuál es el número del lote?
En el que vivía.
Where I lived?
Yes.
Correcto.
Vivía en la 4, en el número 4.
I lived in number 4.
Are you still there?
¿Sigue ahí?
No.
No.
Or where do I send your mail?
¿A dónde le mando su correspondencia?
¿Eh? Si me permite un ratito, es que ahorita me acabo de mover yo ahí a donde estoy viviendo en Tres Ríos y no me llega la dirección. Es que ya la mandé a pedir porque no me la sé todavía y la mandé a pedir. Vivo en Tres Ríos, pero no me llega.
Okay, the interpreter needs to clarify. Usted se mudó a Tres Ríos y no sabe la dirección, ¿correcto?
Después del problema, ajá.
After the problem, I moved to 3 Rivers and I don't know the address by heart yet.
Pero ahorita la voy a conseguir.
But
All right,
I'm going to try and get it right now.
All right, I want you to call the court.
Quiero que usted llame al tribunal.
We have a couple of ladies that speak Spanish.
Hay algunas señoras aquí que hablan español.
And they will speak with you.
Y van a hablar con usted.
And I want you to provide your current address and telephone number.
Y quiero que le proporcione a ellas su dirección actual y su número de teléfono actual.
And we will send you that information regarding who your attorney is.
Y le vamos a enviar la información sobre quién es su abogado.
And the way to contact the court on July 16th.
Y también la información sobre cómo comunicarse con la corte para el 16 de julio.
Do you have any questions? Okay. All right. Thank you. Your bond is continued.
Gracias. La fianza va a seguir igual.
¿Ahorita me van a asignar el número?
So, where do I give the number?
Well, try this one. 269.
Okay.
467. 5585.
And that's the number for him to call, correct, Your Honor?
Yes, and they will connect you with someone that can speak Spanish.
Señor, tome nota, por favor. Este es el número del tribunal. Tendrá que llamar este número.
Sí.
El número es 269.
Sí.
467.
Sí.
5585.
Sí.
Pide hablar con alguien en español.
Sí.
Okay.
Are you employed somewhere?
¿Trabaja usted en alguna parte?
En el campo.
¿En dónde?
En el campo.
Agriculture.
Which farm?
¿Cuál rancho?
No trabajo en ranchos, trabajo así en lugares donde ocupen, donde necesiten trabajo, pues, donde necesiten como una yarda y así en yardear.
Okay, so I'm doing odd jobs. I don't work for a specific ranch, just wherever they need someone. I could be working in a yard one day, agriculture the next day. It just depends where I'm needed.
All right, we'll try to sort this all out.
Vamos a tratar de entender todo eso.
All right, you're free to go.
Ya se puede retirar de la llamada.
Sí, ok, está bien.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, thank you once again, Vivian, for your help.
You're very welcome, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too. All right, Mr. Dorrington, thank you for waiting. You're our last arraignment customer this morning. This is file 211201, People versus Brandon G. Dorrington. Mr. Dorrington, you got a ticket on June 10th for driving without a valid operator's license and speeding. They wrote you 60 and a 55. The first charge is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100. We had several of these this morning. It's a misdemeanor. It does carry 2 points on your driving record. The other charge is a civil infraction. It's punishable by a fine only. Said you were going 68. You had a Michigan ID card. Said you had a license out of Indiana. I'm not real clear what your license status was. Mr. Stickley, do you want to talk to him for a moment?
Yes, Your Honor, I would appreciate that.
All right, Mr. Dorrington, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with the public defender. And I'm going to close these other rooms and restart. Can you hear me okay?
Hear you loud and clear.
All right, very good. I can hear the Louisiana in you this morning. I was listening to
It's not working.
a New Orleans group called Evangeline this morning on my drive in, and I can hear New Orleans in that too. All right. The name of that album is French Quarter Moon. I'm going to put you in the waiting or in the breakout room to talk to the public defender. All right. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with LG Stylo 5X. Good morning once again. I didn't forget about you. I just had a bunch of other business to transact. What's the file number on the paperwork you've got in front of you?
Case number?
Yes.
21-656-ST.
All right. Let's see if I can find it.
It says has failed to comply with order date 4/12/21. I have nothing else that says 4/12.
All right. Well, let me don't get to panic yet. Let me see what's going on. Hey, Renee. All right. Let me put this case number in there. 21-656. All right, here it is, Mr. Berger. Let's see what the deal is. 6:18 at 8:30. You have an attorney pretrial tomorrow, and your attorney is Christine Nancy.
Right. This might have been from when I had Luton Offsinger, and then they switched
Yes.
it because of the conflict of interest.
That's the case. So here, I want you to write down this number down. This is Miss Yancey's number. All right, you got a pen?
269-496-1200.
Yes. I want you to call her. Your pretrial is tomorrow in front of Judge Pattison at 8:30. So you're here a day early. But I want you to talk to your lawyer about it. There's a different number you need to log in at tomorrow. I appreciate the fact that you're conscientious. You don't want to blow this off or miss a hearing. But
No, I
your
don't
hearing
not do that.
well, I understand. Your hearing is tomorrow. So call your lawyer. She had to take over for Luke because of the conflict, and your hearing is tomorrow at 8:30 for a pretrial. So
Okay.
I'll let you get on about your business. I'll remove you from this, Mr. Berger, but good to go, okay?
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry to take up your time.
Oh, I'm here anyway. Good luck. I'll see you. Well, Judge P will see you tomorrow. All right.
Okay,
Thank you, Mr.
thank you.
Berger. Okay, let's bring Mr. Dorrington back in. Takes 60 seconds. Almost every day we get somebody in the wrong place at the wrong time. Once upon a time, all they had to do was come to the court. And we would take care of them too. They would come on the wrong day at the wrong time. Mr. Dorrington, welcome back. We returned to file 211201. Had an opportunity to discuss this with the Chief Public Defender. Mr. Stickley, what's the status here?
Your Honor, we're going to ask this to be ask the court to enter a not guilty plea. It's set up for a pretrial. It could be our first pretrial. It probably doesn't need appointed counsel. They might be able to work something out.
Mr. Dorrington, we used to get the prosecutors to meet with us right now, but the county prosecutor wanted to change their position on that policy, so I can't do what we used to call an instant pretrial, at least from the county prosecutor case. The city and village attorneys still do it, but so I have to set this for another date.
No, yes, sir. No problem.
I apologize. What part of Louisiana are you from?
New Orleans.
All right. Okay, plea not guilty. Set non-attorney pretrial. I'm going to give you a date right now. I'm going to set it for next Thursday, June 24th.
Okay.
At 8:30.
No problem. Sounds
We'll
good.
give you a new notice. Are you still on Canary Avenue?
Well, that's my parents' address, but you know, my address is actually New Orleans. You could, if you send it to Canary Avenue, I'm sure my dad will
All right.
let me
Well,
know.
it'll be log in the exact. Well, no, it'll be a little different. It's a different number to log into, but if all else fails, log into this number and I'll connect you with where you need to be. All right. Anyway, we'll send that to the Canary Avenue address and your dad can get it to you and see what's what with your Louisiana driving privileges.
Okay. Okay.
All right. You're good to go, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
Your Honor, I'm not sure if I should say, isn't it cool, or apologize for this fantastic film noir light through the Venetian blind look that I have.
If it was
on.
black and white, it looked like Citizen Kane.
I only hope that it projects me in the archetype villain character that I wish to.
Oh, you want to be a villain? All right, we'll call you Lex Luthor, and then we'll go from there. Thank you for your help this morning. While you were gone, we took an ordinance plea on a simple fine, and we did a felony arraignment. Other than that, I think we've completed everything. Now, we have a show cause set this morning, a couple cases on Tyrone Valentine, and they don't need to be done. I'm going to dismiss them. He had about 14 three-year ordinance cases, and we resolved all of them with a plea and probation, and he's doing what he's supposed to do. So I'm going to show that file 21870 and 21873 are both dismissed per a plea agreement in another case, so we don't have to appear on that. There are a couple of pretrials percolating over on the other side with Matt. Let's see what he's got anything for us. Probably not yet. Let's see. No. All right, Keith, I'll see you later. If I need some help, I'll send you an emergency email.
Sounds good, Judge. And Judge, also, do you have my cell phone? I think I forwarded it over to your office, but I'll forward it again if you need it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have it or not. So better have it twice than not at all. So send it.
I'll drop it to you in a little bit.
All right.
Have a good one. Okay,
thank you. Okay, we're going to dismiss these two Tyrone Valentine cases, 21870 OM and 21873. No need for OSC. These were dismissed. Part of the plea agreement in file 21545. That wasn't too bad for a Thursday. Morning arraignment. All right, our next thing up is a bench trial at 10 o'clock on a littering charge. We'll see what that brings. And I don't know about pleas from pretrial, so I'm going to stop the live feed and stop the recording and see where